Agricultural companies with extensive land holdings spend significant time managing property tax compliance. One farm or ranch might be comprised of dozens or even hundreds of different parcels from a local property tax perspective. Different local governments publish property tax assessments in different formats, at different times, with a limited window for review, often only 4 to 6 weeks before tax bills are sent out. Processing property tax assessments manually for the state of Nebraska has typically taken 3 full-time employees approximately 1 month to complete. Our solution reduces this time to minutes by automating this process. We demonstrate leveraging several key Infor OS technologies to retrieve and process property tax assessments for several counties in the state of Nebraska. By utilizing a combination of Infor's robotic process automation and Infor document processor, this process automatically executes in minutes. RPA iterates through a list of county government websites, performs public record property tax searches by legal entity, parses the results, and downloads each parcel assessment record as a PDF.
I'm here today with Jeff Atwood, AgResource Property Tax Manager. So Jeff, as a homeowner, I can totally relate to paying property taxes, but since my lender takes care of it, I never see a bill, hardly even think about it. Why do these details matter to the company?
If your goal as a property tax department is to just pay the bills, then they don't. But if you really want to see how you're assessed and make sure that that assessment is correct and that you're not paying too much tax, then you need to dive into these details. Just like on your residential assessment, is your house a 2-story? Does it have a basement? Those kind of characteristics matter, and they are all added together into one residential assessment that you pay a tax bill on. It's the same thing with agricultural, commercial, and other types of properties. So for example, here, if we take this one parcel in Nebraska and we look at this, you can see that they have a total value which has a total land, a total outbuilding, and a total dwelling value. Now, if that's all we know about the property, we really don't know what kind of this property this is or what those individual pieces are. But as we dive into it, we see that that one land value actually has 11 different components that each with their own different characteristics that are each individually valued, and then those are added up to get your total land value. It's the same thing with the residence, and it's the same thing with these outbuildings, that there are 18 outbuildings making that one outbuilding total. And so when we add all these up, if you want to know how you're being assessed, you've got to dive into these kind of details.
So how does this solution help deliver value to you in the tax department?
Oh, this is amazing, because before, to do this, we have hundreds of parcels we have in 10 to 15 different counties in Nebraska, and before we had to manually click on every one of these. It's all public data, but we've got to download the PDF, so we've got to one by one try to get the data out, try to type it into our tax system, and do all of this stuff manually. Now, in a few minutes time, we can get all of the data for all of the parcels uploaded in an uploadable spreadsheet, or at least an analytical format that we can work with. Not only that, we get all the PDFs organized exactly how we want them, all in a one file that just fits our needs perfectly. It's a game changer for us.
Awesome, thanks, that was helpful.
You're welcome.
For this solution, automation using Infor tools saves time, increases efficiency, and reduces errors.